You. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yah through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother Uncle K, and we're back with another one. I hope you're having a Baruch day, and I hope right now you have a sound mind and a sound heart. Before we get into the content, like the content, share the content, and comment down below. And if you're not a supporter, become a supporter right now. I just advise you to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. So how y'all doing and how y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Now, periodically, I'm gonna step back in the house and I'm gonna go check on my little man's. My little man's good. Try to put him to sleep. My little man's up. So, I give him his little piano, let him play a little bit. And I'm gonna go tap in with him and I'm gonna check up on him periodically. So, hope y'all doing well though. Hope y'all doing well. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Oh, praises to the Most High, y'all. Good to see y'all, fam. Good to see y'all. Hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all having a blessed day as well, too, man. So, where do we begin? Because this is just a discussion. I've been dropping content nonstop with this new layout, and I'm enjoying it because I'm able to really dissect things, have a much more deeper perspective on things, and to meditate much more deeper with the Most High Yah to get clarity as well too. So with this live right now, I just wanna I just want y'all to put in the comments, what y'all going through, questions. This is a discussion. This is not me coming on and trying to give y'all a blueprint on how to do something, but I am going to talk about certain things that need to be addressed because us as men, we got to have our eyes open, and not just our physical eyes, and I'm not talking about no spiritual eyes either. I'm talking about straight discernment. All right. We ain't talking about no eyes. We talking about discernment, right? We got to make sure we're discerning of the spirits in the times we live in right now. And it's very pivotal for a man to make sure that his head is the Mashiach, not your own head. Don't make anything else your head. All right. Don't think that you got all the power in the world all by yourself, because you don't. And the adversary, he wants you to believe that as well too, because let's just point it out, right? The adversary uses people to talk about this, to talk about abstinence as well too. To talk about chastity as well too. Right? The adversary uses people to speak on these things. Right? Shalom, fam. Shalom, shalom. Let me go check on my little mans real quick and I'll be right back. But keep leaving comments down when y'all get in the live. Like the live. Yeah. Like the live. And leave some comments down below. Let me know what's going on with y'all. The times we're living in right now, it's all about you clinging unto the Most High, because the times we live in right now is wicked, man. It's wicked. It's wicked, and it's something that we know. But a lot of us know it, but a lot of us is still conforming to the world. Still playing with lust. Still. We got to get something clarified, right? People say semen retention bring you closer to the Most High Yah. That's false. It's false. I just wanna call it out. You gotta just go to the Most High Yah. You know what I'm saying? How could how could you practicing semen retention bring you closer to the Most High Elohim? I'm not saying that it's not going to, but I'm saying why does it take that? Why does it take that? Right? We need to transform our hearts and not to think that just because we are doing something that's set apart, that's ultimately making us seek Yah to follow his law, statutes, and commandments. We got to already set our hearts and our minds on that already to follow him. Right? Because one minute you could be practicing semen retention, you could be abstaining, you could be fighting that good fight for lust. And one night or one morning or one day, you let the adversary talk you into doing something that you know that's not good, and then you go do it. We gotta make sure that we really clinging onto the Most High, not relying on just abstinence itself. Right? Been at it all day. Wanted to come through, say what up at least. Hey, appreciate you, King Lee. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for tapping in. So let us not make excuses, because right now, as a man, to make excuses about having self control, that's weak. It's weak. And I want to say it's weak because you have the Most High Yah. So by you making excuses about why you can't do certain things, it's weak, right? And that's scripture too. Scripture says, in a time of adversity, if you fall, your strength is weak. I mean, you're just weak. Now, somebody that's not walking with the Most High Yah, they're neither cold or warm. You know what I'm saying? They right in the middle. What they say, man, years ago. When I mean years ago, I mean years ago. There's a movie called Vampire in Brooklyn, right? A lot of wickedness in that movie, but during my time of watching films, that movie was kind of wild on this terminology that they gave, and this is how the modern day congregation, aka Christianity, works, right? So this is something that they put out in that movie. What's going on, y'all, soldier? Good to see you. It said Eddie Murphy got on the pulpit, right? He took the life of a pastor, right, so-called pastor, and he got on stage, and as you could tell, he played the character of a vampire, and we know that's a demon, right? So he got into the pulpit, right? Now everybody in that circle was a so-called Christian, right? A so-called man of faith, right? And we know that Christianity is started off in the Roman Empire through Constantine, right? So that's why we got to do our study and we got to show ourselves approved, because this cross, this type of worship is false. It's going to lead you to destruction. So during that film, he played a demon. He was a vampire. He was a demon, right? He got on stage and he was talking about how a little bit of evil and a little bit of good. You got to have a little bit of evil and a little bit of good, right? And the people that was in the congregation, they was rejoicing. They was rocking with that message. They was loving the message, man. It was like, yeah, you got to go out there. You got to get a little bit of this and a little bit of that, right? Woe unto them that calls good evil and evil good. Woe unto them. Hey, Endure, I'm gonna get to your comment in a second. Let me go check on my little man's real quick. I'll be right back. Yo, sir, you good? All right. I'm gonna check up on you again, right? All right. It's great being a father. It's just great being a father. You know what I'm saying? When guys get on the platform and they be like, yo, why you practicing semen retention? You got a wife. I'm like, man, you must not be hip. Takes a lot of strength to raise a family, man. You know? seeking after the Most High's righteousness, seeking after His kingdom. You got to spend time away from your wife. Right? Look at Moshe, right? Spend time with Yah. He ain't had time for his wife. He gave her the seeds, and he had to lead his people, man. He was with Yah. He came back down from the mountain. He had that glow, his face. And I'm just telling you, it's not about the glow. It's about him spending time with Yah. Right? Because you could practice semen retention. You could still have eczema. You can still have dry skin. Just saying. It ain't about retention. It's about you spending time with the Most High Yah, Yahuwah. He's the only Elohim through his son Yahusha. So let's get it. Let's get it. So I was expunging on how, yeah, in that film, how everyone was brainwashed, thinking they got to do a little bit of evil and think it's good. You know, he was like, a little bit, you got to have a little bit of evil and a little bit of good, man. Nah, 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 nah. You see, it's all about the Most High Yah. Endure, he said, I prayed to Yah the other day to remove anything causing me to commit iniquity and remove my shorty pieces ASAP. Like they will not be your wife. Keep pretending. Yeah, when we pray through Yahusha's name. So that way we can get clarity on the situation. Because you tell your man, the adversary, he uses people to try to get close to you. And I was talking about that on a previous video, how you're being attacked. Right? If you're walking with Yah, you're being attacked more than someone that is willfully living in wickedness, right? Some people have in their hearts, in their minds, rejected the Most High Yahuwah, rejected him, rejected his son Yahusha, right? Number one, they reject the son because they call upon a false name. First of all, they call upon an image, right? So we got to clarify that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hold my tongue just to make people feel comfortable. It's like you calling upon JC, and when you look at your history, right? When you look at the history, you got to peel back layers in time. Like for all the so-called black men, all right, you know that you're from Yashrael, right? Man, if you got taken through the captivity, bro, if your ancestors got taken through the captivity, do you know you came from Yashrael? Man, tell y'all, when you look at the slave maps, the Europeans owned a part of Africa, right, where they did a lot of their trading. Right above that, and listen, this is discussion, so I could go to whatever topic I want. This is about edification. So on top, they had a land called Negro land. Right now, that's why none of us, if you're called a so-called black man, that's why none of us identify with a specific demographic. Like, say you're in America, they brainwash you to just think that you're a black, right? So you go somewhere else, and someone could identify from their background. They could be like, "Oh, I'm Nigerian. Oh, I'm from Kenya. Oh, I'm from Guyana. Oh, I'm from Guatemala. Oh, I'm from here. I'm from there." But for the average man walking, he don't know his history, right? So we gotta peel back and look at our history, right? So from Negro land, we understood that in that land it was the Zah dynasty, right? And further through the Zah dynasty, who came down and found that land. I gotta go look at my notes because I've been taking notes, looking at the history. But the man was a man from Yashrael. He was a Yahudim, which is the Hebrew term for Jew, right? A Yahudim. So if you knew that your peoples came from, the Atlantic slave trade, then you got to know that you from Yashrael. Your whole lineage go right back there. It's deep. It's deep, and it's when it wake you up. You're up. So you should never categorize yourself when they tell you fill out sheets. Yeah, you probably was born in whatever soil you were born in, but they still gonna try to brainwash you and label you as a African American, black, or a Negro. You know what I'm saying? And this is just for my people right now, so we can wake up and realize that we're not black. You know what I'm saying? We're from the tribe of Judah. Right? You're from Yashrael. Yahudim. Right? Your lineage go way back. You know, we just gotta wake up to that truth and actually walk in truth. Right? What's up, Mike? Good to see you. Yeah, you gotta guard those waters, man. Let me go check up on my little man real quick. I'll be right back. I'm trying to go live. Well, I am live. Just watching my little man. What's up, big man? You done playing? Come here. All right, y'all. Listen, my little man's look like he's still up, so my little man gonna join the live for a little bit. So just bear with me, all right? We're still keeping the discussion clean, so let's get it. Come on, big man. Yeah, he can't sleep, so he said, "Hey, I just made 9 months on retention. Praise be to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises. All praises. All praises. All praises, though. All praises. All praises." So yeah, just keep going, man. Just keep going. Stop worrying about. Let me tell you something, man. I ain't here to like, come off super strong and all that, but it's a beautiful thing that you on this lifestyle change. Me personally, I'd rather you stay focused on righteousness instead of worrying about how much munch. You know what I'm saying? Like stay focused. You know what I mean? Don't be ready to tell everybody your progress, meaning like, oh, I'm 9 months, I'm 10 months in. Like, give all reverence to the Most High, y'all. Like on my previous video, I just gave an example to the men real quick about the little couple of months or days that I've done just to talk that talk real quick, right? But right now I ain't telling y'all how much months I'm on. Either way, you know, I ain't mad at you though, fam. Just keep going, keep pressing for the kingdom. All right. It's a little man's name. What's your name, son? What's your name? But yeah, you know what I'm saying. He's a wise man. He don't give out his name like that. Ain't that right, big man? You don't give your name out, right? You wise. You're a wise man. You're a wise man. He's a wise man. Right. Right. You're a wise man. Right. Yeah. So yeah, fellas, we gotta make sure that we have unconditional love for the Most High. Yeah. No, we have to. We have to. My big man, say yeah. Say yeah. Let me hear it. Yeah. Yeah. You were saying yeah earlier. What happened? So yeah, fellas, it's a ton of evil in this world, man, and we just gotta keep walking with the Most High for real because there's principalities and wickedness in high places, and in these high places, people are getting attacked by these powers. Right, they're allowing these demons to enter them. Right, through entertainment, through music, through all different types of avenues, and The adversary be using a lot of people as well too. Like in your own community, you don't know who's a witch and who's a warlock. When you go to the gyms, they in there too. Everywhere you go, they everywhere, man. You know? And I know, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we gotta make sure that we just staying wise out here, fam. Staying wise, man. Cause it's not so much that like we gotta like get certain things out of our minds, thinking that these women want our seed and all these different type of things. Listen, a lot of the women in the world are being led by the adversary, being want to push his agenda. Remember, fellas, like this is not to come at the women in a certain type of way, but we just got to make sure that we understand what's going on, right? We got to have wisdom and understanding. So we must understand that the adversary got to Kua, which now they call her Eve, right? Got to Adam's wife, man, which is the woman, and the woman had enough power to captivate her own husband to eat a fruit. Fam, that's dangerous. For real, that's dangerous. So the adversary knows that he can use a weaker vessel to get you, right? And that's what happens with this lust, right? So we must pay attention that lust is a spirit, lust is a ruach, right? A ruach of wickedness, right? So that didn't come from the Most High. The Most High never said lust after your wife. You know, you looking at your wife like she a whole snack, like you trying, do something crazy to her. You ain't looking at no other woman like that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, little man, you just want to come outside and get some fresh air, don't you? You sit on this other side. What up, Mike? What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? So when you sleepy, that's what happened, huh? Man. Come on, Jewel City. I'll be right back, fellas. Come on, big man. Mm-hmm. Don't be sad. Come on. All right, all right. I want to talk more deep with y'all. I have a feeling I might have to cut it short and get back on later. Just because I feel like little mans need to get attended to. You know? It's a big deal being a father. It's a big deal. It's not a little deal. What do you see? What? All right, hold on. So yeah, as I was saying, right? The adversary, he uses the weaker vessel to tempt you, to push out his agenda, right? Because he wants men to continue to fall so that way the Most High, he could kind of disrespect the Most High. See, that's his whole thing. He wants to be like the Most High, right? So why would he want strong men on earth, right? He's fallen to this earth, so he is considered a lowercase Elohim, right? He's the God of this earth. So why would he want men to praise the Most High if he wants to be like the Most High? He's gonna raise up. He's gonna raise up so many things to distract the man away from the Most High, right? See, Adam, he was tilling the field. He was working hard labor. He was doing what he had to do because that's what he was called to do. The woman came and distracted him and turned him away from the Most High. Right? The Most High specifically gave him commandments. You know what I'm talking about? Because you laughing. How about you sit still and just listen? So, jeez, let me relax. I mean, getting a hey man, I gotta chill, man. I gotta chill. But yeah, he uses the weaker vessel so that way the man is not in his leadership role, right? So we gotta pay attention to that. Take heed of that. That's why the scripture tells you so many things, so many prophecies, so many things that's gonna occur in the last times, the last days, and we know our ancestors too. They thought they was in the last days, but look, the last days is the last days. The last days is just the last days, man. It ain't no time clock. 10 years from now, people could be like, we're finally in the last days. Look, we've been in the last days for a long time. You feel what I'm saying? It's just more things are getting revealed, more things getting revealed. So the adversary is like, hey, I need to tune up certain things now. So now we're being exposed to a lot. That's why, involving yourself with this whole music thing, with this entertainment thing, you really gotta be really peculiar about it. You know, you gotta really be set apart, man. You know, you gotta pay attention to what's going on for real because he's using everything against you, right? Even when you're minding your business and you're trying to stay away from certain things, right? You're gonna have somebody blasting music, right? Worshiping all these different type of things, talking about murder, talking about gang violence, talking about lust and all that. You know what I'm saying? They trying to, it's like a vast programming system, right? That's why people play their music loud outside their cars, out their vehicles. That's why in major metropolis cities, that's why they have billboards that's displaying you a whole bunch of different type of things. They have a lot of slides. They show you this, they slide to the next, they show you that, they slide to the left, they show you this, they show you that. Like so many things. They like to promote music videos, you know, on these big buildings and things like that. External stimuli. They be trying to get your mind to agree with these things, and it's so much hidden agendas too. So we must make sure that we paying attention. And when I mean paying attention, I don't mean watch it so these things could be absorbed. You know what I'm saying? Just don't sit there and meditate on these things to be, absorbing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, New York too. Yup. They're doing that in Los Angeles as well. Out here in Hollywood. You in a traffic stop. I forgot the block though, but it's like Sunset, something like that. And we turning to get on Coenga. They starting to turn that into like some major city too, where they like it looked like New York a little bit, how they like to put things on billboards and showcase certain things. But they got like they showing like models promoting like bras and panties and stuff on these billboards, and it's like it's it's uh it's like it's digital too. It's like an ad. It's like an ad. They showing a woman in bra and panties, like modeling what she wearing, and all the cars stuck in traffic. You know what I'm saying? And they just showing this, showing this, showing this, and dudes just absorbing it, absorbing it. You know, it's destructive. That's why the adversary uses entertainment on a very loud level. We gotta make sure that we paying attention to the smallest details of things. We can't just sweep things under the rug, man. It's just it's not healthy. You trying to get the minds of those for real. Why you think people be switching up their lifestyles? Not for 1 second you're being yourself. If you're listening to worldly music, you watching movies and entertainment stuff like that. And we could all agree upon this. Days when you used to go to the movie theaters, right? After you leave the movie theaters, don't didn't you feel like this presence around you? Like you felt like something did something to you in the film. You walked out, you just felt like something was just different in the air, like they casted something on you, like a spell or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing a reevaluation because I spent time going to the movie theaters in my earlier youth watching Harry Potter. And what they do in Harry Potter, a bunch of spells. They got spell books. You know what I'm saying? They cast all different type of spells on that on that on that green AK on that quote unquote green screen. They cast the spells and it's real spells too. It's real spells that they've used for so many times. It's not just a made up language. You know what I'm saying? We be thinking it's like some made up language and they be actually doing the spells because it's not a made up language. It's a dark language. It's a language that only those that know and that got the inside, they know what they're doing. It's the same way how you can tell who is a witch and a warlock walking around your community, but best believe they planting seeds every time they walk these streets. Like they doing so many things, right? In the gyms, they coming to the gym. They're harvesting that energy. They pushing that energy out. All right, they pushing those demonic spirits out. All right, I just made my debut back to the gym, and I ain't too affected though. I made sure I did my work. I made sure that I stayed prayed up. That's why I took 4 months off. But I just got back into the gym a day before yesterday, and I'm feeling good. But what I see is the same things. You got men wearing tight little shorts, showing the imprint of their backsides, showing kneecaps, all that, tank tops, all that, same thing. Distracted, gazing at the mirrors. Women coming dressing loose, showing off their bodies. The same thing. You got men in groups distracted. You know, men looking around for a quick conversation or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on their phones. Everybody doing cardio, watching the TV. Same things. And that's why we gotta take time off for certain things. Stay away from these environments and make sure that we staying prayed up and increasing ourselves in the Ruach Hakodesh, for real, in the set apart spirit. We'll call it the Holy Spirit. We gotta increase in the Ruach of the Most High, so we can have discernment and awareness of all things. So we can't keep sweeping things under the rug and then blaming blaming it that we're getting spiritually attacked. Listen, you're getting spiritually attacked because we're not paying attention. That's why I cut off listening to watching anime. I realize everything is about demons. Everything's about demons on anime. Everything's about lust on anime. Everything's about showing you Eastern religions. All animes are inspired by Buddhism, Hinduism, all of that. Naruto, chakras, all of that. Dragon Ball Z, that's demonic. Like, let's keep it real. Like, we ain't saying that because in our youth we got programmed with all this influence, thinking that's motivation and all that. But come on, bro. A lot of that stuff is wicked, man. We just gotta wake up to that reality and put these things away and really be set apart. Because being set apart, yeah, things gonna be more simplistic. You're gonna feel like there's nothing really to do, there's nothing to watch, there ain't nothing to listen to. But at least you know that you're gonna have to actually seek the kingdom even more to be led. So those right things could come to you instead of you running around trying to be like, let me watch this just because I'm protected and then nothing gonna happen to me. Oh, Trust and believe. Stuff do happen to you. Do happen to you. For real, do. You be realizing why sometimes your thoughts be getting infiltrated. Sometimes why, like, people be thinking that they cool with you, right? Randomly, people be thinking that, oh yeah, oh he cool with you, is because sometimes you let those demons knock at the door too much, and people already let those demons in. So they be thinking they could talk to you, because you still kind of involving yourself in them things, right? We got to look deep. Like, are these like a lot of people that created these things are Freemasons too, and they have agendas behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them put a lot of occult practices in them. That's why the further, pardon me, hold on. That's why the further you get into it, you realize that it stems from something evil. You got so much, man, so much going on for real, so much going on. Like I said, it go way beyond semen retention. It's just like semen retention in a sense is just you putting away sexual immorality, putting away certain iniquities that could hinder you, right? The thing is, like, I look at my life and I have a whole family, I have a squad to protect and to guide and to lead. And it's like, am I practicing semen retention for the same things that a single man is practicing semen retention to? Is he practicing? Is he abstaining to find a wife? Is he abstaining to be closer to Yah? Is he abstaining to stay away from iniquity? Like, all those things should be great things for real. Because to show yourself approved, you got to really study to show yourself approved. You got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Because even those that, and look, this is something to know too. Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Even those that's in these occults, they know what semen retention is. You see how it don't make you like it don't it's not that it don't make you feel strong, but you can see the influence, right? If your influence is under the Most High Yah, then you will go closer in His direction. But the adversary, he uses these people that's in high places, right? And they practice the same exact things too, the same exact things, right? And you just gotta make sure that you're aware of that, man. For real, it's no joke, man. It's no joke. It's no joke. They do the same things, man. The same things. But in reverse, they start talking about Kundalini, right? They start talking about serpent energy. They be talking all that occult stuff that we ain't supposed to be tapping into, man. All that stuff. Why does this have to be so forbidden, right? Why do they have so much channels talking about forbidden teachings of X, Y, and Z? Why is it so forbidden? It's because they put occultism in it, right? What Kundalini, man? You don't hear the Most High y'all talking about Kundalini, and then they like to put Yahusha's name upon everything, talking about, oh yeah, he did 33 and he rolls up his energy to something, and then they call it Christ consciousness and all that. Listen, man, they trying to lead y'all astray for real. What they trying to do is have a one faith, a one, a one faith, one base, and everything they're trying to base it off is some type of religion, right, big man? We gotta wake up, and when we up, we up. Things are supposed to be things are supposed to be simplified to the most simplest degree. We're not here to be philosophers. We save that for the Greeks and the Romans. We're supposed to follow the Most High Yah through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. We ain't no philosophers, man. We don't care about no philosophy or none of that. You know what I mean? We ain't out here trying to manifest things come out of air. If it's in the will of the Most High, let it be in His will, man. You know what I'm saying? Then correlate all these things, man. Angel numbers, talking about all these numbers and all that, and then it's always some. Listen, the Most High never said in His Word that you have what they be saying, guided angels or something like that. You got guardian angels and all that type of stuff. Like you getting guided or something like that. Like nah, bro. What you talking about? All that, yo, tell y'all man, all that stuff is like nah. Tarot cards and all that. Nah, man. Nah. That's why I go deeper than what it seems, man. Yeah, yeah. Ordaining a tree with ornaments and all of that to worship some pagan god, pagan deity. For real. It's all a part of the cult, man. You know? All those so called holidays, days that the world has anointed, days that the adversary put his anointing on, which I mean, how could he really anoint something really? But he anoints these days for the world. And all those days was full with immorality. All of it. You do your research, all of it. Joel say that. Huh? So yeah, we 40 minutes in. I was trying to keep this an hour. I thought he was gonna go to bed, man. I didn't want to leave him unattended to. So yeah. But I just want to say, listen, fellas, just stay away from sexual immorality. That's key. That's key right there. Stay away from it. Stay away from iniquities in general. Just stay away from it. Seek the Most High more and more and more. Don't allow this to like have you puffed up. Like it's very important for you to do this, right? Because it's self control, and self control is a fruit of the ruach, right? It's a fruit of the ruach hakodesh, right? The set apart ruach of the Most High. It's a fruit. So if you have self control, you're increasing in fruit, and fruit bring forth a lot of nutrients and strength, man. So yeah, just know your presence may get stronger because you're getting stronger in the ruach. You're getting stronger, right? That's why don't be out here counting this and counting that and thinking this and thinking that, because you could be on this lifestyle and it ain't gonna make no difference if you ain't doing the works. You could be doing this, but if you ain't doing the works, you ain't getting nothing. For real. You gotta seek the Most High Yah through His Son Yahusha. You gotta seek Him to increase in that ruach. For real. You gotta apply it. You ready for something to eat? I'm ready to eat something too. Yeah, I'm ready to eat something too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready to get something to eat, man. I think we both about to go chow down. What you in the mood for? Some chicken and rice? Chicken and rice? Yeah. Chicken and rice? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, with all that faith, we gotta get wisdom and understanding. That's extremely key. Extremely key. Because the adversary he uses so many little things, man. So many little things. You know? Gotta be careful. Just because you're feeling good, that don't mean start listening to worldly music just because they talking that false talk. That false amplification. Cause you know how it go. They talk that talk, but they ain't really walking that walk. You ain't walking that walk either. You gotta be equally yoked. Like listen to somebody that's equally yoked, man. You ain't out here living a lifestyle, so you're not equally yoked. And they be casting all different type of spells in their music. You know, they got so many different ruacals on their tracks, right? What they be saying in their interviews and stuff, they be like, oh, they be channeling, they be channeling spirits and all that. That's why they be smoking that weed, cause they be channeling. Hey, they be channeling. They be channeling. Same thing too for these people in the world. They be getting channeled up, right? They get influenced by somebody on the media that ain't living a righteous life, that's not set apart, and they think because they got success, they want to be just like them. So they get that same channeling on them too, and they start changing how they want. They start changing up. They start putting on the makeup. Dudes start going on the Wish app, start going on Temu, buying all this fake jewelry. You know, yeah, yeah, yup. They really do though. They be out there. They go to Slauson Mall or they go to the flea market. They get the same sneakers. They get like they be trying to get the Jordan ones and the Jordans. You know, try to get it for a low price. You know, they sneakers be costing like 400, but they want to get it for $60 just so they could look the image. And they put it on a fake image, putting on that same ruach that's on them. They only here to lead you to the downfall because they already made an oath. They already made a covenant with him. You keep your covenant with the Most High. He already made a covenant with Yashrael. So as long as we know that, then let's walk. Let's follow those laws, statutes, and commandments. Because Yahusha said, I didn't come to put away the Torah. I came to fulfill it. You know what I'm saying? People could think they could still eat shrimp, catfish, unclean foods, rabbit, all the different type of things, man. Eating the blood of animals. You got people in all different types of walk of life. They be eating the blood of animals and all that, man. Going crazy. Eating squirrels, all that. Eating oysters, all that. Bottom feeders, all that, man. Listen, Leviticus gave us specific laws. We got to follow it, right? And it's not to say that, like, we live by the law, because if we live by the law, we die by the law. But you see, the law himself, he's the word of the Most High, right? Yahusha came to fulfill that law. So you don't put away the Torah. You're the original Yahudim. You're the original. From Yashrael, you the original. Those that's in the land right now, they don't believe in Yahusha. They don't believe that he is the son of the Most High Yah. They don't believe that. In other nations, first of all, they call upon a false name regardless of the fact, so they think it was a prophet or whatever they want to say. That's cool. But we know the true name. We know what time it is, right? He didn't come out. He didn't came out here to bring peace. He came out here to bring a sword. So we ain't out here. We don't want nobody talking sweet to us and not telling us the truth. He came to bring a sword. He ain't come to bring peace. They got a false image. They be in these congregations singing these so-called hymns, be sounding all sweet, but in their hearts is wicked, in their minds is wicked. I ain't never pulling up to no congregation to listen to their sermons. All the women come there dressing in tight clothes, tight this, tight that, and the fellas coming there looking like real loose, coming in there looking real sweet. You know what I'm saying? We gotta lead our men, fellas. Lead our men. When y'all have sons, lead your sons. If y'all have daughters, lead your daughters too, man. All right. We gotta bring our whole family in the truth. Our ancestors. They turned away from Yahuwah. They turned away from him. That's why we got these plagues and these penalties. That's why we got hit with all of this, man. But now, right now, you know how to turn back to him. Turn back to him now, right? Put away the pagan traditions, right? Families used to put up Christmas trees, celebrate Thanksgiving, celebrate all of that. They didn't know what they was doing because of their oppressors. Told them it's good, it's cool, right? Those that took an oath in them lodges and stuff like that, they became preachers, preaching to the pulpit. They don't tell you that though. When you do your research, yeah, yes, yes, yes. So guys, continue to press on for the kingdom. Continue to push on in faith. Come to my right on, man. You getting heavy, bro. Oh man. Yeah, keep pressing for this righteousness. Keep pressing for the righteousness of the Most High. Keep fulfilling His will. Let His will be done, not our will. Sometimes our will can be vain. We just want things because we want things. He don't want that. He want good for you. That's why He gave us certain laws. That's why He gave us certain statutes to follow because He want us to be healthy. Think of it, right? You get so much health problems if you start eating swine, shrimp, bottom feeders, unclean things. You start you start having health problems. For real. You start disobeying His commandments. Look what happened. You being out here fornicating, sleeping with the harlot. Look what happened. You dealing with all different type of spirits, right? He be trying to tell y'all, man. He say gird your loins, right? Men out here don't want to gird their loins. They want to walk around here with tight pants on. They want to be revealing all different types parts of their bodies. They want to be showing off their legs. You know what I'm saying? And what happened? Unclean spirit, unclean spirits attack them, and then they out here doing strange things, and they forget the natural affection of women, right? So yo, man, that's why He gave us statues, man. Yeah, eating that junkyard food ain't no good, man. Ain't no good. That's why they say those food. That's why they say. That's why all them like bottom feeder type foods. That's why they save it for the like them savages. That's why they save it for the dogs and stuff like that. Because if you eating, it's come on. There are nations out there that eat dogs too, and that's unclean. Crazy, right? Unclean, man. That's why. That's what we say, right, fellas? Listen, when it come down to lust, right? When it come down to women that has taken on the ruach of lust, right? Save the raw meat for the beast of the field, for real. Don't touch that. Don't tamper with that. Don't let that infiltrate your ruach, right? Your ruach is set apart from the Most High Yah. Save that for the field, man. Let the beast of the field devour that, cause that ain't for you. That ain't your possession, right? The Most High gonna give you a possession, man. Ain't that right, baby? Ain't that right? He gonna give you a possession. Something you can hold on to. Yes, yes, yes. I was gonna go live a little later, but I was being called to go live now, and I was hoping little man was resting, but I put him down and he jumped right back up. So I'm still glad we got it done. Still glad we got edified and alive, for real, because these times you're living in, man, so many people talking so many different things to lead you astray, to have you working for the adversary. So many things, man. You got people saying that If there's a will, there's a way. Whose will though? You know what I'm saying? The adversary got a will for you to fall just as much as the Most High has a will for you, right? And we're not talking that prosperity type of basora. Nah, bro. He has a will for you to do right. He has a will for you to be aligned. All right. So let's continue to walk in that truth, man. Let's not continue to walk in that truth that's relative. Like if I throw something up, if I throw a rock in the sky, it's gonna fall back down. See, that's relative. Right, that's relative. Somebody gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that's truth. Keep talking that truth." Somebody in the world, but then if you come through and be like, "The Most High Yahuwah sent His Son Yahusha to lay His life down, and He rose it on the third day," they're gonna be like, "That's not true. I don't believe it. That ain't happen." I'm like, okay. At least we believe in the things that we haven't seen, so that's even more faith, right? You need to be seeing something, right? That's why people be like, that's why people be on the internet trying to see if it's real, right? And then you get hit with all these spells, right? Don't be out here wasting your time when you see the media push some type of agenda and y'all want to see what's going on with this person to see if it's real, right? Come on, man. Somebody asked me something about some Diddy something, and I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I don't even that's not even in my search. I don't go search it. Let me see what's going on with him just so I can get a talking point. I'm not bashing anybody that's doing that, but certain things don't gotta be on my ruwak for real. Little things that the world and entertainment industry gossip about, it's no need for you to tap into. We tap into things of the most high Yah. Something that's gonna make you set apart, something that's gonna make you stronger, something that's gonna make you wiser, something that's gonna give you understanding. That's what we tap into. So, make sure y'all staying blessed for real. We gotta stay prayed up. On the Discord chat, I dropped a PDF of this prayer that I found to rebuke, demonic entities and strongholds and things of that nature. And it came from a real good source. So y'all read it, y'all could declare it too. Because a lot of these things we done got attacked unknowingly for years, man. Listening to this music, watching these music videos, partaking in their rituals by going to these movie theaters and watching these movies and watching all this sorcery and this witchcraft go on. You know, we got to rebuke them things because sometimes them things can still infiltrate your mind and kind of it may not have such a strong influence on you, but it can still have some type of influence at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You may not try to go live it out, but it still has some imprint on you. And you want to rebuke that. You want to get that off of you. Right, son? All right, fellas. Hey, y'all have a blessed one. Y'all continue to have a blessed day. Shalom, Elikim. Oh, 94 Z's, I didn't even see you, man. What's going on, fam? What's going on? But yeah, Shalom, Elikim. Matter of fact, hold up. We got 2 more minutes, man. I'm going to just let y'all drop comments. We chilling, we chilling. We got 2 more minutes before we hit the 60-minute mark, the hour mark. So, yeah. If y'all got any questions real quick, whatever y'all want to drop, if I got time to expunge on it, let's get to it. But yeah, the end of the message, though, is, y'all stay blessed for real. May the Most High continue to protect us, guide us, and lead us in all truth and understanding through His Ruach Hakudesh, and protect us in these times right now to be aware as well too. Because we living in dangerous times, and to be set apart, it's a beautiful thing, and we gotta make sure we stay set apart. That's what I'm talking about. Give me that yawn, son. That's an indication. Don't worry, we gonna eat something. You already drank a full glass of milk. I got you. All right. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah, got the young. Yeah, got the young man right here. What's up? Said, "K, you will drop a video showing the books you read to obtain the understanding and the words you be using." Yeah, I read. I read. I read out of the Sefer when it comes down to scriptures, and when it comes down to books, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I've been having the same books on the shelf for the longest, and I've just been chipping away at it. Like 48 Laws of Power, I've just been chipping away at it. Really, I haven't really been reading it like it's a faith based book, really. But ultimately, I think the reason why I get to where I'm at is because of the Most High Yah, for real. That's all I can say. Because when it comes down to the Most High, you don't gotta really read books, really. Just saying, because wisdom is your kin, and wisdom gonna teach you some things, man. And I just make sure that whoever I'm tapping into is giving me information and resources that I can go and do my own research to really edify myself. So when it comes down to books, I like reading. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes I come to an understanding that these dudes that's giving us these teachings, the scriptures already give it to us too, and it's not to say that it makes us religious. You know, it just makes us more inclined to the words of the Most High instead of trying to get knowledge from man. Like man could teach us certain things, right? He could teach us how to. He could teach us how to do plumbing. He could teach us how to do carpentry. He could teach us how to put up sheetrock. You know, certain things. Hey, big man. Hey, hey, hey. I'm spinning all over the place. All right. All right. So yeah, when it comes down to books, really, some may say, "Oh man, yeah, you got to read books, yeah, all day long, so you could get wisdom on things. Like you got to read business books, you got to read this books to get this and that." But at the end of the day, listen, man, the Most High could lead you in all wisdom and understanding too, and He's gonna send the right people to you to get information. And when you get the information, it's up to you to do that research and to dive deep and to obtain it yourself too. But scripture's gonna give you everything you need and a little bit of meditation on those scriptures. Not meditations where you calling upon like, false deities and trying to empty your mind and open your chakras. Like we ain't talking about that, man. We ain't talking about no Eastern religions. We talking straight from the source. So yeah. Strong faith is what's gonna have you up there, man. Strong faith. Cause discernment is wisdom. Like um the utterance that you have is wisdom too, because it doesn't come from you, it comes from the Ruach of the Most High, right? And because we get knowledge, right? We get knowledge. Wisdom is something that's given unto you, right? So when you seek wisdom, you gotta kind of accept it, right? So then it can become a part of you. I feel. And what else? There's a lot I could say on that. But yeah. Let me Yeah, I'm about to get up this live in a little bit. Yeah. Man, y'all willing, I might go a little later. I might go a little later. Y'all willing. It all depends. Cause I was gonna go live like tonight, but on my end is 6:30. So some just told me, man, just go live. Email in the bio. I think it is. I think it is. If it's not, I'm a double check and I'll add it. Yep. Or you could always get to me at on the Discord too. It's still in the community. Still in community chat. But yeah, fellas, about to get up off here. Get to the eats, right? Yes. Come on, big man. Come on. There you go. All right. Shalom Elikim. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yah through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother, Uncle K. Glad y'all tapped in. Hope y'all got edified. Let's keep seeking the Father for real. Keep seeking Yah to get that understanding for real. Get that wisdom, get that shalom as well too. So let's make sure we keep a sound mind and a sound heart for the rest of our day. Because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So we don't worry about the stresses of tomorrow. So let's worry about right now, all right? Let's get our minds right now. Let's get our minds established. Yes. Let's get it established. Come on. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Come on. Let me hear something. Hey, you said everything you need to hear. All right, fellas. Shalom and peace.